Hi, it's Cindy with Blue Shore Vacations. Next, we're going to talk about what's in my carry-on. So the carry-on is on the airplane. You get a carry-on bag that's a little bit bigger, and then your personal items, so like a purse. So you can have both of those things. And there are some really important things you should know about pre-planning ahead for your carry-on. Also, side note, if you're going overseas to, say, a long-haul flight to, say, Europe, you're going to have different dimensions on what's allowed as a carry-on, so we want to look into that before you go to Europe. This bag would not work for a trip like that. So this bag has an outside zipper pocket right here, and then it's technically not like a business bag, but I use it. It's just a big inside, and then there's a zipper here, so I've got room in the pocket there. First thing that's most important when you're going out of country is you need your passport in your personal bag or your carry-on. And if you work with me, you'll get an email that recommends also, before you leave home, making copies of your important page. You need 2 copies of this page on paper. One goes in your carry-on and one goes with your emergency contact person at home. You'll also be encouraged to register your trip with the U.S. State Department on their website. It's called the STEP program. And basically, that's just a way for them to account. If there's an emergency in Jamaica, when you go, they want to know who all is there, who they're traveling with, what the dates are, where they're staying, who their emergency contact is at home. And if anything ever happens to your passport, they've got an embassy there to help you take care of that. But they just want to know where all our people are and should they get home. So we're always going to recommend that to go in your carry-on. The next thing is your prescription medications. Never put this in your suitcase, always in your carry-on. And this is what I do. It's got vitamins and everything in here, and this is great. It could be for the whole week. But if you accidentally have to stay longer, it'd be good to have a little bit more. So I do take both, and it all goes in the carry-on. Third, and this gets its own category, is probiotics from Plexus, and I'm not even kidding, doing the Vanna White here. Do you remember that episode of Friends when Phoebe got married and then she came back on the next episode and everybody was like, how was your trip? How was your honeymoon? Oh, it was great, blah, blah, blah. Well, where's Mike? And what was her answer? Oh, he's at the doctor. He didn't poop the whole time we were gone. You need this. This always goes, and take it within your carry-on. The next thing would be your emergency supplies. Now, some of this will be for different situations, but just we're calling it emergency. If your flight is delayed and you have to stay at the airport overnight unexpectedly, or maybe you get lucky and they give you a hotel room, that's great. Or if you arrive in your destination but your luggage doesn't for number of hours, this is what I recommend. So this is my little emergency bag, and this is always packed like this, scrunchy, because it makes it nice. My own kind of toothpaste and a toothbrush, also because I just like to be fresh. So deodorant, and they do make travel sizes that are bigger. And then for the next day, I just have a pressed powder, and then 2 little things of my own moisturizer and my own face wash. And that's my list of what I think would make me feel fresh and comfy if my luggage was delayed. If you have other things you could add to that as well, maybe mascara, I don't know, whatever. But hair on the second day might need a scrunchie, so that's why I have that. The other part of my emergency supplies, it goes in here. I'm a big fan of packing cubes. Ooh, that made it look really big. This is so smushy. In here I have my own pajamas, so pants and a t-shirt, fresh undergarments, and then a fresh shirt for the next day. Because at least if I could have that, if I spend the night at the airport, if at least I could put on fresh deodorant and a fresh shirt tomorrow morning, I'm gonna feel better and less grumpy. And that makes me feel more prepared. You could also put them in the matching. I'm a big fan of packing cubes, and that's what this is. The next thing is, this is extra and I know it, but I have room in my bag because I can't go anywhere without my gel foam pillow. And at one point, my neck hurt so bad after a trip. At one point, I decided I'm just going to order another one, like the one I have at home, and like take the bread knife, the electric bread knife, whatever, and cut it. And then I discovered on Amazon, they have travel size. This looks gigantic. It's not. The pillowcase is in the wash, so you can get a pillowcase for it. It's smushy. It's the last thing I put in my bag, so it's right on top. And the other thing is a blanket, the other comfort item. So I like my pillow and my blanket. This literally is, I think it's just a pashmina. It's very thin, but I sort of feel like when you fall asleep and I want to be covered, I get cold when I fall asleep. So this covers me, and also I feel sort of private and covered when I'm sleeping. So that's good. People love their eye masks for like long haul flights over to Europe. And they will sleep with these on. They're adjustable, and you bring it down like this. It wouldn't work over glasses. That's fine. They do make them that this are like a bra almost. That can you see the cup indentation in here? So when you open in your eyes a little bit, the eyelashes won't be bothered, or it might not bother your eye makeup as much. So this is an option I don't necessarily use, but I know people love that. Okay, so then we have a bonus. If you're like me and you have to take your work with you, bring your laptop in there, and then some kind of a charger, cord, spare extra battery container zipper thing. And that's what's in my carry-on. So I hope that helps you feel more prepared for your next trip. And I hope that you feel like you could call us and help you plan it. BlueShoreVacations.com. And have a great Valentine's Day, everyone.